I seriously believe that you could put this offense in there if you had a pure runner quarterback, a pure blocker tight end, three gritty possession wide receivers, and an elusive bruiser or contact seeker running back. I totally believe you could still have this in your playbook and have it be a good formation. What is up, everybody? It is Jake back with the MF Film Room. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to be up to date on all things EA College Football, hit that red subscribe button, hit the like button, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you like college football content, go subscribe to my other channel, Master Football with Jake Posey. Link is in the description. But enough about all that EA College Football content. Let's go. All right, guys, I'm waxing poetic right here over this game because I've been going back and forth on one thing here. I've been trying to find... some people play like this. I don't. Some people play, oh, dude, I just run a couple formations on defense and I run a couple formations on offense. And I can appreciate people that do that. But for me, man, I like to have a varied approach to my roster. I do like to make sure that I try and keep it mostly 11 personnel. But for the most part, I do appreciate the fact that I want to have multiple different formations out there. However, I was thinking about this. I was like, well, if I had to pick one, if somebody came to me and they're like, hey, pick the best formation in the game for offense, for anybody, for beginners, for advanced, for people who like to run the ball, for people who like to pass the ball. What would you do? And I finally came to that conclusion. Let's get into that breakdown right now. All right, for the chapters of this video, we've got 4 of them there. We're going to go through my considerations where kind of like the grade as to, what it gives it a higher grade versus a lower grade of these formations. What are the strengths of this formation? What are the weaknesses of this formation? And then last but not least, my favorite plays of this formation. All right, so when we think about this here, there's a couple different things we have to think about. There's obviously passing, running, and then kind of like some other considerations here. So for passing, can you throw it short? Can you throw it intermediate? Can you throw it deep? Is there play action in the game? Is there pass protection, aka open edges? And we're going to talk about open edges here in a second. It's a term that some people use in football. I want to talk about that because that's something that you'll understand when you see it, but off the top, you might not understand the verbiage. For running, can you run the ball inside? Can you run the ball outside? Can you run the ball for gap schemes? Do you pull guards? Do you have the zone scheme where you can kind of have inside zones, outside zones? Do you have option plays? Do you have that when it comes to running the ball? And then also, for other, do you have RPOs? Do you have a high number of plays? What kind of personnel do you use? And for me, I've gone back and forth trying to decide this in a couple different ways. I've compared, there's one formation that has a single back version. It also has a pistol version, and it has a shotgun version. Now, I've come to the conclusion that the best one of all 3 is shotgun Y trips weak. So shotgun Y trips weak. I went through this, and literally every single thing here, it has a yes on. You can throw the ball short. You can throw the ball intermediate, deep. You can have run play action. You can have pass protection for open edges. You can block those open edges. You can run the ball inside. You can run the ball outside. You can run the ball gap scheme. You can run the ball zone scheme. You can run the ball option. You have RPOs. There's a high number of plays. The personnel grouping is great. There's so many things to work off of this formation. Gosh, just looking at this thing, it is amazing to see what you've got. One of the indications you can see as to whether or not a formation is going to have a high number of plays, do you see the little bar on the right side that's going down? You see how small it is and how it's barely going down as we go through these formations here? You can tell that Y trips weak has an absolute crap ton of plays. And in addition to plays, there's lots of different variants here. As you can see, the way I set my audibles, I have inside zone, I got buck sweep, I got inside attack, and strong flood. For the run plays for this, like I said before, you can go a lot of different things. Halfback sweep, you've got base, you've got some gap scheme, you've got counter for some gap scheme, you've got read option, speed option, trap for some gap scheme, you've got power read for some options, inside zone, you've got the whole gamut here. I suppose halfback sweep, it might be considered a zone play, might not, but again, lots and lots of different run plays there. And for pass plays, it's not even close. I mean, there's plays down here, PA read, Y dig deep flag, red zone mesh crossers. There's so many, mesh and jet 6 drive, 619 sail, reverse pass, mid-screen, play action shot, drive Y seam. There are so many cool pass plays in here. You can throw the ball in the goal line. You can throw the ball for screens. You can throw the ball deep to the tight end. You can throw the ball shallow to the tight end. You can throw the ball deep to wide receiver. You can throw the ball shallow to the wide receiver. There's so many different variants that this formation has in many different ways. It is such a dominant formation. I mean, going through the strengths of this formation, it is incredible to see here. You've got, again, when you talk about under center versus pistol versus shotgun, you're going to have a deeper starting point for the quarterback than pistol or for single back. So you're just automatically going to be deeper when you come to passing the ball. You're going to have a massive number of plays. It works well with all offensive archetypes. I seriously believe that you could put this offense in there if you had a pure runner quarterback, a pure blocker tight end, three gritty possession wide receivers, and an elusive bruiser or contact seeker running back. I totally believe you could still have this in your playbook and have it be a good formation. Again, it is a heavy pass formation. Now, even with that heavy pass formation, it has no open edges. I want to get into that really quickly here because a lot of you might be asking, what the hell an open edges? Let's talk about it right now. So here we've got this formation. We've just got shotgun doubles. And so the tight end and the running back are on the right, two receivers on the left, one receiver all the way on the right. As you can see, though, on the left side of the screen, that left tackle number 58, he's kind of all by himself. Whereas if I were to go ahead and hit max protect on this play, you see how they've automatically got them sliding to the left. They're sliding to the left because they know they need to slide to the left. Now, the problem with that, though, is what happens if they blitz on the right? And those guys are sliding to the left. They might be kind of caught SOL in that situation. So that's what's called an open edge. So here we have one open edge on the left side of the screen. Same situation over here. We've got Y trips to the right. We have Y trips strong, but on that left side of the screen, that guy, that star, that defensive end, I think that's Ruben Bain, he's all by himself, and we have to slide that way. The problem with that sliding is you don't know whether or not he's going to drop into coverage and they blitz the other side. You really have to watch out for that. So that's considered an open edge. So this is interesting here because this is a tray, so that slot on the right side of the screen, number 0, is actually my tight end. But because he's off the line of scrimmage, he's not protecting there. If I were to hit max protect here, I go ahead and hit max protect. He does not stay in. So that is actually an open edge as well. So we have an open edge on the right side of the screen with this formation. And this right here, although it is Y trips, technically, you see how the line has to slide that way? One of the few weaknesses of the pistol formation is that the running back has to walk up there and get into the action. He's not already on one side. So this, even with the fact that they have a running back there, that left side is technically an open edge. Now, I know you're asking me, okay, well, what the hell does it matter if there's an open edge? The reason why there's an open edge and why it matters so much is because we right here have edge blitz. So they're going to be blitzing that star over that slot receiver on the left side of the screen, number 5. He's going to be blitzing. And the guy to the right of the tight end is going to be blitzing. They are sending 6-man pressure. They're dropping back there. We've got 4 verts here. One of the issues here with this, though, is that, again, on that left side, we still have to shoot that way, and he might not get there. That defensive end, they might run a stunt, this or that. We just don't understand that. So if I max protect everybody, I'm actually feeling a little bit weak on that left side of the screen. I don't really trust it. This is where the beauty of this formation, Y trips weak, is such a strong formation. So I've got mesh here. I don't really like the mesh. Mesh is going to take too much times here. However, if I can go inside attack here, I know they're going to be blitzing those 2 guys off the edge. I want to go ahead and set my protection so I know the guy on the left side of the screen is going to be good. The guy on the right side of the screen is going to be good. We've basically got 3-on-3 on the left, 3-on-3 on the right, and the center can kind of pick which way he wants to go. It should set up for a good play for us for protection. We throw it there. We got our protection. We outman them. We get the ball easy. 14-yard gain, pretty simple. So with this formation, you saw that there. There's no open edges. Whenever I want to max protect, I've got 3 guys on the left. I've got 3 guys on the right, and my center can kind of pick which way he wants to go. It's a really, really good way. If you can sense they're going to be blitzing, you can catch the defense napping, protect, throw the ball downfield, get a big play. Also with this too, so you can still run the ball. Again, I went over that before. You've got inside zones. You've got outside plays. You've got option plays. You've got zone schemes. You've got gap schemes. You can kind of do it all. In addition to those run plays there, you're also going to have the ability to run RPOs. And the cool thing is this is all done out of 11 personnel. The reason why I like 11 personnel is because most teams, I feel like their first 3 receivers, their running back and their tight end are their top guys in their offense. Again, some teams might have 2 tight ends, some teams might have a fullback, but for the most part, 11 personnel has kind of taken over college football, the pro football, and most football in general. This play is one of those cool plays. This is a gap scheme called 5-6 trap. I believe it's because the 5 or the 6 technique out there is going to be trap that guy. So you're going to cut on the inside of this guard here. So again, you can run inside zone. I love inside zone a lot. But if you really wanted to run a gap scheme, pull guards, get some guys on, more advantageous blocks, you can totally do it in this offense. That wasn't even blocked very well. We still got 5 yards. Again, I love the fact that you can call those plays. You've got raw strength guards. You've got agile guards. You've got well-rounded guards. You've got pass blocking guards. You can kind of do it all with this formation. You even have RPOs in this game. So I look out here, I've got my little slant on the left side, I've got my wide receiver screen on the right side. You kind of can read it how you want to. So you like to run RPOs in this game, you can still do it out of this formation. Boom, touchdown. You even have QB alert draw RPOs in this game. So this is a RPO alert QB draw. You've got a screen on the right side of the screen. You've got your little wheel on the left side of the screen. The X is kind of a tough route to throw. But basically, the middle linebacker, what I like to do a lot of times, I like to read him. He doesn't come in. I'd go out. Boom, I've got my RPO. I get up the field. Touchdown. Again, this formation has everything. And one play that I'm slowly falling in love with, just because I like to pull my guard so much, is this power read formation, this power read play right here. Now, the one thing about this is that sometimes Robinson, that RB, he can kind of mess up his block. That's where those slots can kind of give you some troubles. But if they get blocked, if it gets blocked clean on the outside, it's usually a big play and a pretty easy read. Boom, big play there. All you got to do is read that defensive end. Pretty simple. So you will not find somebody who likes a formation there more than me in that formation. However, even with all that I know here, it is not a perfect formation and there are limitations. The easiest one, it's very, very simple, that you can see is in pistol or single back, if you run wide trips, you are able to switch the run side. So if you're running it to the right, you can run to the left. Shotgun, you can't do that. That's one of the weaknesses here. That's why with this formation, if I give you this little piece of advice, it's going to make it a lot simpler for you. The running game is an appetizer. It's not the main course for this formation. So pretty simple here. I'm under center for wide trips. I've got ISO to the left there. I've got zone to the left. I do my little audible, and I've got zone to the right. Pistol, it works the same way. So I've got pistol wide trips. I've got zone to the right. Or I've got outside zone to the right. I can switch it and go outside zone to the left. Cannot do that with the shotgun formation. Another one of the weaknesses here is the Y, and otherwise that's known as the tight end, is on the line of scrimmage. So you cannot bring the tight end to the weak side behind the line of scrimmage. This is true for shotgun, but I think it's more important when it comes to the pistol and the under center because of what you can do with the Y if he's off the tight end or off the line of scrimmage versus on the line of scrimmage. So as you can see, that tight end right there on the right side of the screen, he is on the line of scrimmage. He's not able to come and go backside as he would if he was off line of scrimmage, as in this play. I've heard defensive backs talk about this a lot. Whenever you see a tight end who's off line of scrimmage right there, assume he's coming backside because in this case, he is. So it looks like the strong side of this field is on the right side, but it's actually going to be the left side when I run this RPO read option. You can't do that when he's on the line of scrimmage. And another big thing here is it doesn't have read RPOs, meaning the only R of the RPOs in this formation is for the running back, not the quarterback. The exception being that QB draw formation, but for the most part, you're not able to run that RPO read where it's a triple option. You give the running back, give it to a receiver, or a tight end, and then keep it. You don't really have that option here with this formation. Now, some suggestions here. One thing that's cool about this formation is you could run basically anything in the game. Like I said, there's lots of formations with lots of different plays, but this one, you could have this do a dual threat offense here or pure runner quarterback offense because you could have concentration on RPOs or moving the quarterback. You've obviously got that RPO alert QB draw. You also have that power read, but the last play in there is going to be the dash flood, which I absolutely love. So if you've never seen the dash plays before, they're absolutely awesome. It's a really easy read for you. It's just a nice little flow. It's a nice little flood pattern. And basically, you're looking for maybe B. You're usually looking for RB, but if not, you just check it down to Y. You roll out, and you make that easy read for you. Roll out. He's open. Put the ball on him. Only get a couple yards there, but it's an easy read. No real threat. Quarterback didn't get hit. It's very, very simple. And it's especially simple with a dual threat or a pure runner quarterback. Now, if you're leaning more towards the backfield creator / pocket passer, you basically just concentrate on play action and straight dropbacks. Basically all pass plays, wide receiver screen, there's PA read, there's PA point cross shot. Basically, you can play action, throw it short, you can play action, throw it deep. You can kind of do it all. So you obviously can run a wide receiver screen on the right side of the field. The tackle will actually pull in that instance. This right here is just a straight play action, and you're throwing the ball out there to that B route right there. So all you do is you just run your play action really easy, super simple read, get up the field, 8-9 yards, no real threat. And the interesting thing about this too is that the throwing mechanic is actually unique to it as well. So when you throw the ball away here, obviously like this right here is a bad look. You could either check out of this play. Let's just say you're on the road, it's kind of running late in the play clock. You don't really have any solutions there. You want to throw it to be there. The problem is he's going to be covered. If you throw the ball away, it will throw the ball at his feet. It will actually be kind of unique. Right there, throw the ball away. So it's incomplete pass. You don't have to worry about getting pick sixed. It's got that mechanic built in, which is actually kind of cool. All right, going through the best plays here, I got to make sure that I give you and include this here because it is absolutely awesome when you understand what this game is, this formation is capable of doing here. The first one here, obviously, is inside zone. It's the best defense on an offensive play. It's the best defense against teams that play pass defense against this formation. Here's what I mean. So here we are. We've got two men. We understand this is Miami. They've got a really good defense. We are Georgia State. We're okay at offense. We're trying to beat them here, but we know that we've got 6 people blocking up front. They've got 6 people in the box there. We should be able to take advantage of that for this play. Very, very easy play. Gets 16, 17 yards, running right up the middle. That's your counter to when somebody drops back or plays heavy man, 2-man over the top. You run inside zone until they stop it. All right, next up on my best plays here is inside attack. Like I said, if it brutalizes 2-man and blitz looks. If they're running 2-man or they rotate cover 1, it's got things for that. It's got things for blitzes. It's kind of got something for everything here. So here's our look. We've got it right here. We've got a 2-man look over there. If they roll the cover 1 to robber, our dominant receiver on the left side over there, we're going to try and take him over the top. We've got, if not, we've got A who can beat man coverage. We've got RB who can beat man coverage. We've got B who can beat man coverage. We also have Y to hold them over there in the flat. We've kind of got everything on this play. Take advantage of that look, throw a touchdown. All right, up next is we've got jet 6 drive, slot drive, and drive Y seam. Again, any drive concept. I'm going to make another video about the drive concept. You guys need to be playing this, using that play way more often than you need to. But it basically is going to give you the option to run drive routes from anywhere. It's a super easy read. The ball is out super quick. Your quarterback doesn't get hit. It's such an easy play to run. So here we've got our drive with the slot. So basically we've got the slot receiver and our tight end who are going to run a little drive concept there. Y is going to hold the backside defender. It should be a pretty simple read. Ball gone. Quarterback doesn't get hit. Right there, up the field, big gain. Ball, I mean, absolutely no threat of getting hit, no threat of an interception. Super easy play to read. Here we have jet 6 drive, which basically the only difference is that rather than the slot receiver running the drive concept, we've got the outside receiver running the drive concept. Again, same read. Easy, put it on him. Very simple read. 17 yards. Quarterback didn't get hit. Very, very good play. And last but not least here is we've got drive Y seam. So the only difference here is rather than A running your over the top, you've got RB running your over the top. So you've got, B is going to run your drive concept, and then everybody else behind it is just going to kind of switch assignments there. Put it on him. Quick man coverage beater. Only got like 8 yards right there, but again, quarterback didn't get hit. Ball had no threat of being intercepted. Really easy play to run. And another one that's very simple here too is the inside cross play. So inside cross has got a mesh concept with a deep dig up there to carve the defense up. So here we've got a cover 1 look here, but we've got our little concept right there. We got our little mesh. So all we got to do is make sure to see who wins between X and 8 and just make sure we get to put the ball on them there. Easy, easy throw. Put it on him. Have a run by that linebacker at 19 yards there. That right there is how you throw it over the top. You basically wait for them to take the attract the attention up front, and you throw the ball right behind them. All right, another one here is levels Y corner. Again, you got a high-low read on the front side and the back side with a dig, and I'm telling you, one of the best halfback delays in the game. So we've got our little RB there who's actually open pretty often unless they have a hard flat there. You've got A who you look over the top. You've got your post on the right side of the screen. You got your dig on the left side. And that little Y route right there, that Y route is a super dominant play. It's a delay route. If you get enough time, he's going to cook most linebackers on that play. Boom. That is such a dominant play there. 25 yards. Pretty easy. All right, up next is the Mills X go for play here. So it beats man-to-man, it beats cover 2 and cover 4. Mills usually beats cover 4, but this formation, I'm really noticing the fact that, man, it is just a man-to-man annihilator because of how much, of the rub action between some of the receivers on the play. So I've tried and tried and tried to get that post right there to work, and unfortunately against cover 4, they just kind of drop back there. And again, it might be a Georgia State versus Miami sort of thing, but this Y and A and RB, there's so much action there, it's super easy to get them crossed up. Easy read, put it on him, 25, 26 yards, super, super simple. And last but not least, the wide dig deep flag is one of, like I said, it's one of the few formations with I don't know what the name of this route is. Again, you need a more dynamic wide receiver to run it, but this play right here, in any sort of off cover one, it's one of the few deep routes that will be a continually deep route. It's not like a stop route. It's a go route that you can beat somebody deep over the top, even if they've got off man coverage. It's actually really cool. So I don't know what this route is called, because I think that they're saying that the flag is the comeback route over there. It was the B. But X, I don't know what it's called. But this play right here, every once in a while, you got a really good receiver. Georgia State actually has a pretty good receiver. You can beat somebody deep on this to the outside. Just run it. It's a really, really cool route on a really cool play. Touchdown. What a cool play. You can beat somebody over the top, even if they're in off-man coverage. It's a really cool play. So like I said before, shotgun wide trips weak. You can throw it short. You can throw it intermediate. You can throw it deep. You've got red zone plays. You've got play action. You've got the ability to run, and you have no open edges for pass protection. You can run the ball inside. You can run the ball outside. You can run the gap scheme. You can run zone scheme. You can run option scheme. You have RPOs. You have a high number of plays. It's got a great personnel that you use. It is the best formation in the game, bar none. That's my opinion. You guys get in the comments and let me know what is yours, whether or not you've added shotgun wide trips to your formation or not. But I'm telling you guys right now, you need to. But you guys let me know what you guys think about your favorite formation. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Do all that stuff. I really appreciate it. It's it for me, guys. I'll see you guys later. I am out.